Hello everyone, welcome back to Bray Murphy Garage. Today we're going to be replacing the HEI distributor on my 83 Trans Am. Now, the distributor I have in it kind of crapped out on me even after rebuilding. For some reason the distributor is acting like it's locked out, even though I can still move the cap and it has mechanical advance. It's not registering on my timing light. So, we're going to go ahead and replace it with this. This is Summit Racing's black cap HEI distributor for small block and big block Chevrolet. So the part number back here is W1223. So, I got this. It's a 50,000 volt coil, and it should be a fine little replacement just to get the car running right now. I'm eventually going to swap over to progression ignition setup later this summer. For right now, just get the car running, move it on the road, do a couple little burnies here and there. We're going to go with this unit. So let's go ahead and get started on getting my old distributor out of the car, and we'll get the new one in.
Now, tools you're going to need for the job are pretty simple. It's really only two. All right, you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver and a 9/16 wrench. All right, the screwdriver is to remove the cap off the distributor. Wrench is to take out the bolt holding the distributor hold down off so you can pull the distributor out of the car. Now, on these third gens, unless there's some magical way that I haven't found out, you almost have to take the cap off an HEI distributor to pull the distributor out the back of the block. Otherwise, it's going to hit the top of the firewall there, and you're basically going to have to put the distributor back in, take the cap off. And you might as well just do it the first time. That way you're not, wasting extra time repeating the same process all over again. Now, as you can tell, I have already went ahead and taken the cap off of the distributor that's in the car, but it's really simple. All right, you got 4 little hold downs here. You put your screwdriver down in there, you twist, and it twists those little tabs out, and then the cap pops right off. Now, you may want to go ahead and loosen the distributor hold down if your cap is on there. That way you can maneuver it to get your screwdriver down in to twist the tabs. Now, here's the real important thing. Note which way your rotor is pointing, because you're going to need to put your distributor back in the same way you took it out. If you think that your distributor is off, what you can do is go ahead, turn your engine over to top dead center, all right, and then make sure that the tab of the rotor there is pointing towards cylinder number 1, and you can reset your timing that way and go from there. So now that we have a kind of a general idea of which way our distributor is pointing, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that guy out, and we'll start getting ready to put the new one back in. All right, I went ahead and got the distributor back in, and I went ahead and tightened down the bolt holding the distributor hold down as well. Not too tight to where I can't move the base, because we're going to need to do that when we go ahead and set our timing, but enough in there that the distributor's not going to pop out. Now that we have it set like this, we can go ahead and put the cap on. Now, after you go ahead and get your cap all tightened down, mine was having problems seating itself for a second, but I got it. It's fine. Go ahead and put your spark plug wires back in on the distributor. Remember, firing order is 18436572. And then I've seen a lot of people start here, run it as 1843, but I've always ran it as 1843. Just because sometimes when you have a vacuum advance over here, if you twist too far, you're going to run into the side of your intake manifold. Run it off there has always worked for me. That's actually all of mine run off of right there that I've had before. So I actually think that might be how GM ran it from the factory. But I have seen people run it from here, but I always run it from this one. That would be the one that's pointing towards, cylinder 1 right there. See? Boom. So go ahead and run these. All right, we're going to go ahead and hook up the wiring for the distributor. For this one, the wiring from the base that connects into the cap. For this one, the yellow wire right here is going to be on the outside. So we plug it in. Maybe. There we go. All right. And so we have pink for 12 volts, brown for tack. So right there, as you can see, battery over here. We plug the pink wire in on the side, maybe. Wow, hold on. This is gonna be, there we go. All right, we got battery, and now we got tach. All right, distributor swap done. So now we're gonna go ahead, start it up, and check our timing and get it running. Also, I would just like to say, I removed my old one with the Phillips head screwdriver, but I actually found that a flathead for this worked better than a Phillips. So yeah, just a little word there. Well, battery died, so gonna go ahead and charge that real quick, and then we'll try to start the car over. In other news, another video I'm going to have coming out here really quick is we're rebuilding this Holley 4165 carburetor. Found this on Facebook Marketplace for like, I think it was like 80 bucks, something like that. I don't know. I can't remember now. I bought it a couple months ago. I have it pretty much torn down. So we get a rebuild hit from Holley, and I think I'm going to go out and get some Berrymans. We'll soak these parts in there, get them all nice and cleaned up. And then we'll replace the 4175 that we have on there with this 4165 and have mechanical secondaries and probably overall just a better carb. All right, I already went ahead and, do you see me now? Cool. I already went ahead and set the initial timing and the total timing. So I'm rocking about 18 degrees initial, 36 total. I may bring that down just a little bit, but throttle response seems pretty good just while it's stationary. Obviously, I need to drive it and see how it does under load. But I'm probably going to set it here at 18 and 36, or maybe 16 and 34. But let's go ahead and start this thing up. Let you guys take a listen. Good and responsive. Oh, that is success. All right, so now the reason why my timing is set the way that it is I have a pretty hefty camshaft that is in it on duration. So it kind of likes to have a little bit more initial timing than just like a stock cam, right? So, because I originally did try running this at about 10, 12 degrees and it was sluggish. Once I bumped it up, you know, between about 15 to 18 degrees initial, it became way more responsive, especially setting total timing in that like 32 to 34 or 32 to 36 total timing range. That seems to be where the engine is the happiest. So I'm going to keep it there for right now until I can get this thing on an engine dyno, and then once we get it dynoed and really dialed in, that's when we'll go ahead and have, you know, overall timing done. But until then, this is where I'm going to keep it. I may play with it a little bit when I go to the track, but other than that, that seems to be where it's happiest. And as I play with it a little bit, you know, especially swapping out carburetors, I don't even know that this carb may have different jets in it and everything. Once you start messing with all of that, you kind of have to start over. But for the carb and everything that I have on the engine right now, this seems to be where the sweet spot is at. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.